Roscoe.
Hello, hello.
Y'all know how it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Roscoe's Tavern viewing party of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10!
Yay! Okay, are we ready to have a good time?
Bitch, yes.
I said, are we ready to have a good time? I'm so ready. Ladies, you want to have a seat really quick?
Let's do it.
Last week, it was just family.
Yeah,
it was
double
just
premiere.
It was just us three. Shout out to Hornitos. Is that what we're doing right away?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Do it, Batty.
Shout out to Hornitos,
Do it,
honey.
Batty.
Get your tequila. If you ain't drinking a Ruberry sour, you ain't gonna have no fun like me, okay?
I wish she loved me as much as she loves that
Alcohol.
Hornitos. But
Well, this
listen,
is pretty.
last week was just family. We had a cute little time.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty.
We're gonna find out some TT.
We got some guests in the house.
Yes.
Who's up first, Kara?
Roscoe's give it up all over the building for the stunning DeJa Skye.
Woo, 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 woo.
Oh my God.
Welcome back,
Oh my
welcome
God.
back.
Kara, can you say that again? The what, DeJa Skye?
The
what?
stunning DeJa Skye.
Beautiful. Batty, who else? Who else we got, Batty?
And let's keep it going for the one and only Irene the alien.
What's up?
This Duck Dynasty looking.
Custom couture right here by Irene.
It's giving fashion. It's giving fashion.
Yeah. Okay.
It's giving fashion.
Take it in your Kim Possible cosplay.
I love it. She was fighting with me upstairs because I put this vest on. But
Take it off,
she's
coward!
Like, take it off. I want you to be Kim
Wait,
Possible.
just show them what it looks
Show
like
them.
without the vest.
I will show y'all later.
Call
without
me
the
a big
vest.
man.
If you want to reach me.
I'll pose.
Thank God
anyway.
this is behind a paywall now. We can say Disney
How
songs.
are y'all doing? How are you?
welcome back.
Fabulous.
Bitch, great! Everything's different this time.
Okay.
Listen, and we're gonna get down to that. We are gonna talk about all that good stuff. Okay, but if Roscoe's is ready, we're gonna get this shindig started. Are y'all ready? I said, are y'all ready? Let's do it, Mikey.
Irene, you're so butch.
You like it?
Okay, we have, and this will be, Batty, this will be the longest segment because it'll be the first one. So, okay, we got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
First things first, I want to talk to both of you about how it feels to be back in the workroom. Irene?
It was pretty much my first time.
We're going to
so
start, we're
It's fabulous. No, I mean, you can tell the vibe is very different this time. And also being there with the girls that I was there with was a lot of fun. I love my bracket. And yeah, no, it's so cool to do well on Drag Race. I never experienced that before. And I quite like it.
DeJa, how did it feel being back in the workroom?
I mean, it felt correct. It felt like I should be there. I definitely think that going back, my main focus was like, okay, I'm still healing from my surgery, but I want to make sure that I can prove it to myself and also show that I'm an even better person than I was on season 14. And I think I accomplished that.
Yeah, I love that. Let me ask you both, because a lot of girls didn't really understand the concept of brackets and the whole thing, and a lot of girls said no. Was this an easy choice for?
I mean,
both
I
of
was in no position to say no to anything. Girl, they could have asked me to host Drag U, I'd do it. It's. Yeah, they were like, it's All Stars, and I was like, I knew it, and they were like, it's 3 episodes, and I was like, well, all right, sure, why not?
What was the question? No, I swear to God. What was the question?
Were you quick to say yes, or is this something you thought about?
No, I took like a day to just think about it. Again, I was healing. So I just took a day to be like, you know what, why not? It was, you're guaranteed these 3 episodes. You can show everything. It's not like you're spending, you guys, Drag Race is expensive. So it's not like you're spending tens of thousands of dollars. It was like, why not? Go in, have fun. Show off the body and the leg.
Well, I'm glad that you both did it. I'm glad to see you both doing it. I'm super, super excited. I got to see Irene a few months ago before.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was like before, and we just had like a little moment like, how's it going, and all that kind of. But anyway, let me ask you really quick. Okay, we're down the first 2 episodes. You're going back into the workroom. They're going to give away points, all that kind of madness.
The shadiness.
The shadiness.
What was so interesting was we filmed the fallout of episode 2, which is the beginning of this episode, which is where Acha and Olivia kind of got into it about the point thing. We filmed that on a Friday, and they didn't let us interact all weekend. Normally, we could like hang out with each other, go on smoke breaks and stuff like that. They made us all stay away from each other because they didn't want anybody to resolve the conflict.
All stars, all
so
stunts.
that when we went in on Monday, we'd all still be just as hot.
And it was crazy because I'm thinking everything's good, you guys. And I get into the van and Asha goes, "So everyone, no hard feelings about today." And I was like, what? Like, what happened? She was like, "Yeah, I'm just letting you know, like, whatever happens, no hard feelings." And we're like, what the hell? And then Phoenix would not look at me. And I was like, I thought we were good because after the fallout, I love that word, fallout. After the fallout.
That's what the producers call it.
I like went up to Phoenix. I was like, "Hey girl, is everything good?" And she was like, "Yeah, girl, no problems." 2 days later, there was a problem. So
She got to sit and marinate on it. That's what happened.
I love that.
I was gonna say, I think we were a little nervous that in 3 episodes we weren't gonna get too much drama or tea from the girls, but y'all really have delivered. And
Wait till the next bracket.
hey,
we were nice.
I've heard a few things. I cannot wait.
I remember leaving the set for bracket 1, and I was like, I really hope it's entertaining because I feel like we didn't have any drama. That was wrong. Girl!
we're entertained.
Mama.
Well, when you guys came into the workroom and you start to have that discussion, usually that opening discussion is a lot longer than what we just saw there.
And it
Can we
was.
say that maybe we didn't see the full tea of that discussion?
It was extremely heated. I will say that.
They cut it out. I was sitting there eating popcorn, but you can see it. There's a little clip of me eating. There was so much. I don't even know if we can share.
You absolutely can. I checked.
What happened. I don't want to get in trouble.
I checked, and you can.
I don't want to get in trouble. You know what I'm talking about.
No. You're fine. You're fine.
I don't think that's true. I'm gonna get a call from Theron tomorrow.
No. I just spoke to Theron.
Okay.
I just spoke to him. He said, "Give Irene the freedom that she wants." And I said, "Okay, great. I'll let her say whatever."
Come on, tell us,
after,
sister.
I'm just going to be very vague. After the conversation, not everybody wanted to continue in the competition.
Oh, by the way, it wasn't me. By the way, I was good. I was good.
It was me.
Wait, I have a question. Was it one of the white girls?
No.
That was
Okay.
okay.
I was just
It
curious
was Olivia. It's Olivia. It's Olivia.
You are making all kinds of assumptions.
and-
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go through the list.
Oh,
And then
yes,
she's
one
just
by
gonna be
one.
quiet. She'll be like, when I get to the right one. No, I don't think it was Olivia. I think it was Phoenix.
You're making all kinds of assumptions, darling.
Oh, it was Bosco.
Yes. It was Roscoe. You guys.
She was pissed. She was still pissed about not being in the top on the first episode.
You guys, you almost didn't get to see her titties again. I'm sorry, guys. No, just kidding. No, it was definitely Bosco.
Okay. Well, no.
Not one person in this room is buying that.
No.
I think.
Oh my God, you're still on this.
No, listen, we're gonna move on. We know it's Olivia. So we're just.
I know it's not Irene. Irene's part of the cookout.
Listen,
if you
Don't say that in Chicago.
Irene, you coming to the cookout, girl?
Y'all booked me at the Beyonce night. This is a setup.
Well, it's good. Because if you think about it, I'm thinking about why wouldn't Bosco want to go on? She wants to go on. Why wouldn't Phoenix want to go on? Because she ain't got no points.
Naysha's
so she's
deciphering.
pissed off. And then I'm like, why Olivia? Olivia's over the drama. She don't even want to be a part of it
She's
anymore.
sensitive.
So I'm kind of stuck.
Do you have any questions for
between
us?
those? Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yes,
Actually, we do.
I do have. Yes.
She
And when
tried to have a
when you
question.
listen, how dare she set me up and then say, "But I'm not going to tell you." Do you know who you're talking to?
They gonna meet me your ass to death, girl.
If you are not following me on Twitter, go ahead. I'll have the answer posted tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyway, no. Okay. So, really quick. We're gonna go back to the show, but before we do, I do want to ask Irene specifically this question because you did go home
So
first.
DeJa, shut
and do you
Literally?
feel no. Obviously, you felt like, listen, I got to go all the way with this. There's no holding back. What would you say your preparation this time coming into it was different from the first time?
I spent more than twice the amount on this 3 episodes that I spent on my season 15 package. I was like, I know what it feels like to spend money and not get to show it. So when I found out we got to show everything, I was like, this 3 episodes, regardless of if I move on or not, is going to be exactly like what I would have shown for all of season 15.
And I love that.
And I have to say, I mean, we have been just gagging over you because we didn't get to see what you were capable of. And I can speak for the whole room right now. You are eating in a way that we have wanted to see because Irene is a and you can't be a if you're not good.
That was the hardest part about going home first, is I'm trying to be a giant and everyone's like, yeah, but you went home first, idiot. And I'm like,
Yeah,
for a whole year, I've had to hold my tongue whenever anybody says that. Not anymore.
Listen, we're super excited to see you both, and we can't see how this turns out. So let's go right back to the show. Before we get into, I did have a question for DeJa really quick that I wanted to ask the previous segment and I didn't get to. When you chose to give away your points, what was the thought process? Or the deciding factor? Did you think about it a lot more than they showed? You want to elaborate on it a little?
Well, yes. So obviously, I didn't want to look like in front of America, and my alliance was with Olivia. I did not know that she had the other alliance with Aja. I did not know that. But in hindsight, Phoenix helped me the last episode, and I should have given my point to her. And that's in hindsight. I can't go back and obviously change anything. But I just was like, this is my alliance, and I wanted to stay true to my alliance. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it to Olivia. So that was my thought process. And can I address something? And I just want to address something.
Please do.
Someone DM'd me. I luckily have not gotten a super ton of hate mail, thank God. But someone did DM me and say that the fact that I chose who I chose based on race is despicable. And I will say this, I will never apologize for wanting a melanated person to be in the top, okay? I will never apologize. We can all attest in the drag race world or even the queer world, a person of color has it harder right off the bat, and that's just what it is, okay? There's a thing called white mediocrity. And this is not you, Irene. This is not you. You are amazing.
It's a little
No,
me.
you are amazing.
Irene's coming to the cookout.
What I'm saying is, you can literally, a white, skinny, twink, gorgeous fish thing can put on a tube dress and you're living thousands and millions of followers and likes. Oh my God, she cinched her waist. A person of color can do the same exact thing and get hate and tell that she's not trying, okay? So that was our whole main goal of Melanation Station. It was to make sure that one of the black girls was in the top. I'm sorry, yeah.
We love that, DeJa. And speaking of the new format, you are part of the girls who get to try this new format for All Stars 10. One of our VIP members, and we want to know too, what did you like, Billy, thank you so much. What did you like about the new All Stars 10 format, and what did you hate about it?
I personally loved that, okay, I'm going to call it like I see it. There's only 6 people in the room. There is no chance that someone's going to be hidden and someone is going to be under-edited. That was the main thing that I loved because obviously you were in the biggest cast of 16? Yes. So when you have a ton of personalities, they can only focus on a few girls, right? But with the 6 of us, I feel like we all got a good amount of screen time. We all were shown, our stories were being told. So that's what I love about the format. What I hate about the format, Irene was there. That's what I hated. No, because it's sickening. That's why. I'm like, God.
Okay,
Give it up for Irene, everybody.
I think for several seasons now, the producers have been working out a way to make sure that All Stars is worth going back for the girls because they don't want people to be in a position where they spend a bunch of money on looks and then don't get to show them. And they've They've tried non-elimination seasons, and the fans didn't really like it because there aren't stakes. They tried the Fame Games for your season, and I feel like you guys didn't really care for the Fame Games.
No, it was stupid as.
And I feel like this new format is a really good happy medium for that, where it's non-elimination for a couple episodes. Like, you guys know how it works.
You're
So
not breaking the bank.
I feel like this is the most successful way to make sure that nobody is spending money on looks that don't make it to air.
It totally is, because the one thing that everyone and Irene, I think too, you don't give yourself enough credit. There's certain girls that go home first, where even the producers are like, I think we might have made a mistake. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because then you have someone like Irene who puts all her looks on, the runway, or you finish editing the rest of the season and there's something lacking that we got on the first episode that they wish they would have had the rest of the season. You get what I'm saying? So I think this was a great way to still have everyone participate, no one go home for at least 3 episodes, and everyone gets to have a good time, and you get to fall in love with everyone because they're all there,
and everybody gets a chance to shine. Like,
yes,
even the girls who don't make it to the merge still had successful moments in those 3 episodes.
And I will say this: season 15, you are lucky this went home first, because she would have demolished your ass.
A lot of people have said.
Totally.
Yeah.
Thank God I that talent show.
I found it funny, but
thank God I can't lip sync to an Ariana Grande song or any song.
Oh, go ahead, Batty.
All right, so we just watched Irene kick some ass in some sports, throwing balls, and so you won the mini challenge. So you got to give out everybody's partner.
It's so true.
Looking at it, it looks pretty fair. It looks pretty fair.
Oh, work.
Oh.
Who would you have liked, DeJa, besides your partner?
Is there somebody that you...
Okay. Full transparency. And we've already had this conversation. Full transparency.
Trans.
So, trans, right, yeah. I would have loved someone that was my complexion. However, being with Abby, she was literally perfect for me. She was so enthusiastic about everything. She was down for anything. She was like, put me in face, put me in mug. She was down for it all. So my initial reaction was like, oh crap, well, she's not my complexion. But however, at the end of the day, I'm so happy that you put me with her.
The other thing that I was factoring in was the last 2 girls were Abby and the very tall one, Lauren.
Yeah.
Lauren, and I knew that we had prepared makeover looks, and Abby's body type was much more similar to your body type than Lauren's. Lauren's was similar to Rosco, and I knew that we had to put them in drag that we'd already brought, and so I figured the chances of you having a look that would fit Abby were much higher than you having an outfit that would fit Lauren. And also... Oh, okay, yes. And also, DeJa can beat the out of anybody's mug.
I was just about to say, DeJa, now you have a YouTube channel, you do this whole thing with your makeup. Don't ever let color, don't be afraid of anything, baby, because look, you can fix it. You can fix it. It's makeup.
Yeah, it was just my initial like, oh, okay, because I was looking down the line, okay, and I'm like, okay, work. But like I said, first of all, it was, you won the challenge. You can give whoever to anyone.
But I wasn't trying to be shady.
No,
there was no shadiness at all.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Naysha, Naysha, you had to paint a white. I mean, we worked at Mac for many years.
Oh no! Listen,
So-
I will tell you this. It's not to paint and do great paint is. So that's not the hardest thing, matching someone can get hard. Some of these Drag Race girls are still working on matching their faces.
Say their names. Say their names.
Say their names.
Yeah, listen. I have turned a new leaf.
Girl, swear.
When today?
I
am no longer that girl. Go on my Twitter. It'll be up later on. No.
Girl, get the followers. Listen.
So yes, it could be challenging, but listen, if you could paint your face the way you could paint your face, you ain't got to worry about. Now a couple of the other girls. Anyway, why don't we go back to the show?
Let's go back to the show and
Let's
see
go
who
back
can
to the show.
rate these-
Let's keep it positive.
Are you okay?
Okay, we're getting into the makeovers.
Get
The
into
girls
it.
are talking about how the points are going to be divvied out. Now, DeJa, we heard about your alliance. Irene, did you have any alliances going on?
Of course.
Hey, we saw you and DeJa talk a little bit the week prior, but who
Aja.
else were you- Aja, forgive me, thank you. Who else did you work with?
Well, Bosco.
Obviously,
Duh.
yes.
Bosco
yes.
and I would go back to the hotel and make the handlers let us have a smoke break together every night, where we would just talk strategy.
The girls say if you smoke cigarettes, you always get the most tea. You always have the most fun. You agree, DeJa?
Yeah.
I don't smoke.
I don't smoke cigarettes, but baby, I don't know if y'all clocked. I've been hitting this vape all night long. It's part of the look.
Oh.
It's illegal to smoke that inside.
I didn't inhale.
Is that just your lung? Or what's going on?
I'm an alien. We can all do that. Yeah, no, Bosco and I were literally like, girl, we gotta but we never talked about it on camera.
Very smart.
Because we're
Okay.
smart.
Very smart.
And you're
As soon as the producers know you have an alliance, they're like, okay,
Yeah.
put them in a position where they
It's
have
true.
to choose each other or another
Yeah.
girl.
and you're both in Seattle, right?
Yes.
And-
We got Seattleonians
Are you
in
guys
here?
from Seattle?
Do we have people
Satellite?
from Seattle in the audience?
What?
Yes, you can
Welcome.
smell the depression.
Welcome.
And the lack of deodorant. No, that's not shade either. We live down the street from each other.
I love that.
Yeah, we've
so,
been friends for like
did
8
you Did you both tell each other, hey, did you get the call? I got the call. You did all that. Yeah? Okay, gorgeous. Love
Yes.
that. I love that.
I
Did you know
am-
you were going to be in the... I'm sorry. Did you know you were going to be in the same bracket?
Oh, girl, we were sharing designers.
Yeah.
No,
I love
Bosco
that.
and I are very close. We play Magic the Gathering together on a regular basis.
No, literally
Whoa.
for press week, every single dinner time, we're all having dinner. They're just playing Magic the Gathering together. It's so cute. It is so cute.
Speaking of press week, so did you... Oh, no. I guess I can't ask that because then that would give away...
You can ask it. Maybe we just can't answer it.
No.
No, ask it. I want to see how
can't-
they. I want to see how they scoot around it.
No, I can't. No, I really can't ask this question. I just thought about it because it would give away stuff.
Thank
in the
you,
future.
Naysha.
So I don't want to put them. I don't want to put them in that situation.
You have turned over a new leaf.
So I won't ask in front of y'all.
Hi,
no.
YouTube.
But let's go back to the show because I really want to see how this turns out. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go back.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Can we pause?
Yeah, we got a little commercial break
Yeah.
right here. What you want to
Okay.
say,
That's
Diva?
how it works.
Literally, me and Irene were talking about this. So they were like, okay, you're doing a makeover challenge, right? Why did they not have us make a basketball look
That's what I was
or like
thinking.
some sort of sports look? Bosco's goddess, the other is a fairy, she's an alien. Like, what the hell? We're over here like, I could have been a cheerleader or something. Like, something.
I literally told Batty, I was like, they're making them do that in their runways? That's weird. That's weird. I also didn't know they were going to make the basketball competitors do that with y'all, which is new, huh?
By the way, in like hours. Like,
Really?
So
fast.
How
so
fast? Like
fast.
how fast for real?
We had a day.
A day.
Wow.
So a day as in get your looks, obviously do alterations if you need to do alterations, write your lyrics, record
Record
your
it.
lyrics, choreograph on stage, re-choreograph it with a choreographer, then learn the group stuff the night before.
Even
it was a lot.
Jamal, when he was doing it, was like, damn,
It's a
they
lot.
did not give y'all enough time.
Wow.
Literally, they were like, this is the last episode. Work it out, hun.
Yeah, I mean, when you only have 3 episodes, you got to cram 2 challenges in one.
Honestly, y'all both worked it out. Props to you both.
Great job.
Yes, it was really fun to watch. So let's go through the whole list. Aja and the fairies. What do we feel about
Aja and the fairy.
Aja and the fairy look?
It was cute. It gave Halloween. It didn't give what the rest of the competitors were giving on the runway.
There were elements that were really nice. I thought the wigs were gorgeous. I thought
Yeah.
that Aja did a great job getting all of Talia's hair inside that wig.
Yeah, she
that
was going
a
through it.
feat.
Yeah.
That was a feat. She had to stop and repaint Talia. That didn't make it into the edit, but she had to repaint her. She like got halfway through the makeup and was like, "This doesn't work." Whoosh.
And the colors were really pretty
Fuck.
together. Like the pistachio with the lavender was gorgeous.
Yeah.
You love pastels. Yes.
Let's talk about Bosco. Goddess look.
Yeah, so Bosco brought those looks, and the blue one was originally for her makeover partner, and the red one was for her. And Lauren was like, I'm not really feeling the blue one, and Bosco was like, we'll pivot, and had to like completely refit the red one onto Lauren's body. So Bosco like was doing sewing, which is something she does not do normally. So I was very impressed.
Yeah.
It was
Gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah, it was
so beautiful.
It was so stunning. As soon as she came out, she looked goddess-like. It was so beautiful.
Godessa.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about
Phoenixes.
Batty, what did you
Batty,
think about? What did you think of Phoenix's partner?
I thought it was great. They looked like sisters.
But did it? But it
Listen,
didn't give you
when
the
you've
Indian
known
fairy.
Batty for that long, you know when the is lying.
Right.
And
That ain't how you talk when the cameras are on.
Kara, is she lying or is she lying?
She's lying boots.
Phoenix will be here next week with Morgan McMichaels, and we will talk about it then.
Oh!
But it didn't give the India Farah Phoenix intro. It nodded to it.
I was super disappointed they didn't wear the actual wigs.
That's what I was wanting.
I thought the actual wigs were funnier.
Agreed. Same page.
Yeah.
It could have been elevated.
It's really hard for me to watch these women come down, just bulldozing down this runway.
So
Batty hates lesbians, confirmed.
No.
Oh my God.
Irene, don't you ever say that.
Confirmed.
Listen, it was for me and Phoenix and her partner. It was the like depression, the sadness, the pain.
I think
of
it was
her
like
partner.
it was the
And her
prison.
partner was like,
Well, you're jumping out of a prison jumpsuit.
She was like, I'm like, are you okay?
She's like blinking at the camera, asking for help.
Help me, get me
Blink
the
twice,
fuck out of
blink
here.
twice.
I mean, it was very that.
I will say, I think her partner was like the least enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Out of all
Well,
six.
she was my partner's sister, and my partner was like, "Come do this with me."
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
They're fighting right now watching this. They're pissed off.
They're fighting on the court.
Our next diva, someone that I really enjoyed, Olivia Lux and their partner. I thought it was very cute and coordinated.
Gorgeous.
Loved it as well. Yes.
I will say, Olivia's gonna get my ass for this. I love Olivia so much. I think wearing a non-fitted garment for a makeover is kind of a cop-out.
I mean.
Damn, yes!
Like bringing A-line dresses is a safe move.
Yeah.
Do you-
Yeah.
But the dresses were very nice.
Yeah, the dresses were gorgeous.
They were very nice dresses, and they were styled amazingly.
Great concept.
That's not going to get included on the clip that gets put on Reddit, but that is how I feel. She looked amazing, and
Well-
if I were judging, I would put her in the top.
You know,
What were you going to say, Naysha?
Olivia, absolutely stunning. My God, that mug is just ridiculous. I forgot who said it last week. All 250 teeth in her mouth are amazing because she's so gorgeous. I mean, they're from here to
And
hell.
they're real.
It's insane. And then she painted her partner, and again, stunning, beautiful. But something that I felt when I saw Irene and when I saw Bosco, there was just this lack of like it factor. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it was just like, okay. Do you know what I mean? It was.
I think what it was a carbon copy, literally, of her face on her partner's face, as opposed to where Irene had a concept where it was, it was white base, and we're doing this, Harley Quinn type of, clown concept. So I think it's
Find the words, Batty. Find the words.
It's coming.
Commedia in
Listen,
space.
Thank you,
this is the
Hornitos.
thing. Sometimes when we do this, we're like not wanting to get canceled.
Yeah,
so
I'm finding
you
my
are
word.
fishing for every word. You're like, no, I can't say that. No, not that one either. And so right now, I'm
going
just
through the
watching her fish for all the words. And it's
White,
okay,
Harley
Batty.
Quinn, yeah.
We love you. No one's canceling you.
Thank
Don't
you.
worry. But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Did you guys see an it factor? I just thought it was beautiful, right? I don't know.
She's stunning.
Stunning,
Honestly,
yeah.
yeah.
I like
and
it.
Beautiful.
I love the look. I love the tones of the dress on their skin. It looked really gorgeous.
Beautiful. Everything was beautiful. The two
Let's talk about
instruments.
DeJa's look.
Yes.
Okay.
DeJa.
Oh, so let me
Spill.
just,
Yeah,
let
there's
me just
tea
do-
here. There's tea
So
here.
there's a full disclaimer. So I got two custom-made, gorgeous, like corseted looks, and she's short, and she's not my size. So I didn't know how to take in corsets. Luckily, I did have the 2 costumes, and I was like, okay, Fierce, you know what? This'll work. I still had to tailor it. And the thing is, kind of just like Bosco's, where Abby was supposed to actually be like the Glenda. She was supposed to be, you know, blonde hair and the pink. And then I remember she was like, can I just try the green on? And she felt so ferocious in it. And she was like, no. I want to wear the black hair. I want to be something totally different. And so that's what it was. Was it the most inspirational thing ever? No. But I do think she looked absolutely gorgeous. And we looked really good.
Yeah, totally. Also, I mean, props to her for shaving her eyebrows,
Yes.
Mary. I mean, that's...
Thank you for bringing that up. So there's a little bit of tea for that too as well. So before we walked into the room, she said, DeJa, I love you, but let me tell you right now, I sweat profusely through my brows. She said that. She said, it's always where it beads up and everything. And I was like, well, so even if I covered that, because I was not planning on shaving her brows. I said, even if I cover that, it's still going to like, with the glue and everything. And so I was like, okay. So then I said, would you be down? She's like, absolutely. And when I was doing her makeup, you could still see sweat. So imagine if there were a brow, I would be Mary. God. But yeah.
Then Irene, what about you, Diva, and your partner Estelle?
Yes!
Y'all turned it. Yes. Did you enjoy working with them?
Oh my God, Hunter was so much fun. They showed only clips of her being like, I don't know about this, but she was actually very, very down and totally bought my and yeah, we had a lot of fun together. We still talk.
It really seemed like every girl was comfortable getting in the heels, putting the wig on. Any hesitation from anyone? Did y'all see?
Yeah, what was Hunter's sister's name?
Yeah, the one that was Phoenix's.
Phoenix's
I just felt like
Heron.
she was just like, no, I don't really want to do, you know? Yeah. And that's why, like I said, I loved Abby so much because she was like, I want the full thing. I want pads, tights, I want high heels, I want the big hair. Like, she was so open and willing. There was no hesitation.
When they wheeled out the pads and breasts for us to use for the makeover partners that they just keep in the studio, that I'm like, every makeover partner has soaked into.
Yes.
They're like crusty.
It's just a rack. It's a rack of
misshapen.
undergarments, pads, boobs, anything you want. They're like, here, take it.
It was
It's
gross
yours.
as
that sounds gross. No, but I think everyone looked great. If I'm gonna choose the top 2, I'm gonna go with Irene and Rosco for my top 2.
I agree.
Kara, Batty, do you agree?
Yep, I'm right there with you.
Irene, Bosco, and maybe Olivia as a close third.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
It also depends on what they're judging for the top is, because there was that whole musical part of the challenge.
Right.
And if we're like the tops of the musical, I thought were Olivia and Aja. So yeah, it's hard to say.
Because I couldn't even I couldn't hear Bosco's I didn't. It was too fast. Like I don't know.
I'll be honest, I didn't even listen. All right, let's go back to the show.
That is nasty.
All right, let's give it up for Irene.
Yeah.
Another win, Diva. Save some for the other girl.
Another one. Thank you.
You have 7 points. You are leading this bracket.
And you've won like $40 million.
Yeah.
Love.
How are you feeling right now at this point in the competition?
Oh, I just felt like it's so petty to say, but I was like, you to everyone who was like counting me out because I was the first out. It was so... Because you guys have to understand, we're all drag queens. We all have massive egos. And like, I went into season 15 feeling very much like I was that bitch. And who said that? You're getting your later. And I'm not going to forget the balls. But it was hard to be, because going home first, I was like, no, I'm still that bitch. They just didn't see it. But the rest of the world didn't see it. And so I was like, God, I can't wait for everybody to know how sickening and I am.
Yes.
I'm just so glad you were able to come back so soon.
They were very generous to invite me back so soon, and I'm also very grateful that so many girls said no.
Well, actually, I'll be completely honest.
I would have called you first.
I'll be completely honest. I think you're one of the first calls they made. Low key, I do not think they were like, oh, there's also Irene. No, it was like, let's get this list together.
I agree with
and
that.
At the top of that list, you
Absolutely.
were right there up
Thank
on
you,
that
thank
list.
you, thank you.
I do want to ask you because as soon as you are named top 2, at that point you're like, I'm in it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Bosco and I both like sort
Yeah.
of crashed out a little bit
Yeah,
when our names were
yeah.
called because we were like so stressed out about not making it to the top and not being given an NVQ point and not making it through, even though we had done really well. So it was a big relief.
Love that.
Yes. Now, it seems, no, it doesn't seem. We know the bottom 4 divas are stressed. DeJa, in this moment, you're having to go up there and give out your last MVQ point. How much time did y'all have to think and or talk about it between walking off, Untucked, and now?
2 seconds. Yeah, and
kept you there?
we
You had
didn't
to
know
write
that
it.
it was writing. Yeah. So yeah, it was like 2 seconds, and I was like, okay, work. Well,
And they were so big brained for making everybody write it on a mirror first.
That's
Yeah.
so fierce.
so that the girls who went after couldn't strategize. Like that's
Right.
a genius producer work.
and then the lineup is
Yeah, did you notice who was first in the lineup and who was last? Phoenix was the last one in the lineup. Yeah, that's what. Anyway, did you make that decision right away? Or obviously you don't tell us the decision, we'll see. But did you make, were you like, yep, this person?
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, work. Well, here's my alliance. So
Yeah. So. Oh,
did I
give
give
it
something
away?
away?
maybe. Who knows? You had a couple of them. But you know what?
She did.
You know what's fierce?
I never even needed an alliance.
No, you didn't, ma'am.
Yes!
No, you
Okay,
did
wait.
not.
So listen, if I'm Aja,
You should run out the door.
Hi,
right now.
Aja.
I'm saying, Phoenix, I'm giving it to you.
Work. Okay.
Because if there's an opportunity of one person giving it to me, I'm in.
yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
in. So I'm not gonna take that chance because
Right.
Phoenix is at
Someone
one.
else may pull ahead.
You got a little brain, don't
So-
you?
Yes. But it's a way to strategize at the very end. You're like, let me give it to, because if I give it to this one and I don't get it, then so. you know
Before
what I
we
mean?
see the girls give away their points, Naysha, at this point, if you had this format, would you go back to All Stars and do it?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yes.
Absolutely not. Drag Race. I'm over it. I love it. I am a fan. I will watch forever. Will I compete again? No.
Work.
Thank you.
It's-
Well put.
Listen,
well
listen.
put.
Sister, really?
Look, I'm not a masochist, okay? I get it. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. It does not work for me. And I have completely accepted that. And the way I compete on there doesn't define who I am or my talent, so I can give two whether I'm out there or not. So for me, absolutely not.
God is good.
Now,
Yeah.
when you say that Drag Race doesn't work for you, what specifically?
No.
Like, is it-
competing on the show does not work for me. It just doesn't because for me, I'm a perfectionist. I'm about strategy. I'm like trying to figure out how I do this, and that's the people that succeed on here are the people that color outside the lines and give good TV. Where I'm like, you want me to stand straight, I stand straight. The next girl's like,
Girl, shut the f up,
and
because
it
you
reads-
give good TV
it-
every Friday night on the
right.
Roscoe thing.
Yeah, but we're not produced.
But we're not produced
We're
and
not
we're not
produced.
edited. You know, this is, you get what you see 'cause
Yeah.
this
I
is who we
understand.
are.
I
But
get
on the
that.
show, the first episode, I put on this one jumpsuit. I was running laps in the workroom. I got in the middle of the workroom and was doing like snow angel shit. I was acting a fool. You don't see any of that. I'm cracking jokes with RuPaul on the main stage. You don't see any of that. And it's like, that's not what they want for me. So I'm just not going to go over there and waste my time and just continue to do something, and then they just edit it out because it doesn't fit the narrative that they want to give you.
Right.
You see what I mean?
But also, we come from a pageant background where we get, our score sheets at the end of the
What?
night, and you are told what to fix, how to fix it for your next pageant, And
That's what the critiques are.
No, it's not. You're telling me that Michelle Visage is
Listen.
giving honest critiques? You're crazy.
I'm gonna give you the critique from last week. It's purple.
Purple.
I would have
Ross
I
Matthews.
would have taken whatever
I would have left.
Girl, they're silencing women.
I would have found something, whether it was my wig, my shoe, and threw it at that. And you're wearing
You know what's crazy?
Purple.
I got the same critique that Aja got this week, where Michelle told me that my looks were really costumey, but they didn't include it.
So what you're saying is RuPaul's Drag Race works for you.
This time.
Maybe this time.
I will
This
say
time.
this. I did have a blast on All Stars 10, and I did have a blast on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14, but I understand what you mean is when you enter that competition, it's not just about the competition. There's so many different factors to it. And so if you don't fit what they're looking for, it really doesn't matter what you give and what you do. It's just not in the cards for you. I'm the type of person where it's my favorite show in the world, and I'll go on it as many times as I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I love when a girl does exactly what Irene is doing, because I bet you they were like, we love Irene, but yeah, maybe she won't make it through. And then she goes on there
And eats.
and changes the whole plan. Because maybe they didn't plan on Irene getting through this bracket if she made it. Yeah, I'm not giving nothing away, right? Yeah, she made it. I'm like,
Yeah,
did I
she
just
does.
give it away?
No,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
clear.
like, did I
It's
just give it
clear
away?
she's
Yeah. No, but maybe she wasn't expected to go
yeah.
through that bracket, because they do have a plan.
Sure.
And then she comes, and I love a queen that'll come and just stir some shit up, and then you're like, oh no, the turned it the out.
Yes.
Now there's a shift, and we're gonna have to figure something else out. And I love when a queen can pull that shit off, and I'm so proud of you. With that said, were you gonna say something?
No, let's get into these
Let's
points.
get back to the show. Let's see this shit.
Puntos.
Yes! All right, let's congratulate Irene. She is off to the next bracket. Now, DeJa, tell me how you're feeling knowing that you're still can be in the competition.
I was goop gagged. I was like, wait, hold up now. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Like I said, Drag Race is literally my favorite TV show. So anytime I'm like, yes, let's do it. And it is a lip sync crown.
So you. Well, I'm excited. I'm super, super excited. It was a great bracket, yes? We enjoyed that.
Yes. Okay. So I remember when the season first got. Aw, thank you. You're sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys are so sweet. I love it. No, I remember when the promo came out, and I remember hearing that, like, oh, people weren't too excited about the orange bracket. They were like, well, it's the orange bracket. We're more excited about pink or purple. I saw on Twitter. Sorry, I saw on X. But as soon as the episodes drop, oh.
DeJa loves Elon Musk confirmed.
I do. I love the Musk. No. But I remember once the episodes aired, people were like, we are sorry we doubted you because this is sickening. So yes, we definitely woke it up, and there's big shoes to fill.
Let me tell you what, you need to stop reading that Twitter twat, okay?
I know.
Because what them little out there that ain't doing what you doing.
Wake it up.
I'm telling you, they are not in your shoes. You put yourself out there to be recognized for your talent, and don't let the words that they write behind a screen, don't even read that.
Love you, Batty.
Stop lying.
Now, before we get into Untucked, another VIP question from Isaac. Thank you so much. They want to know, how did y'all feel knowing that you had essentially one less week than the other brackets? You had 2 episodes in the premiere.
Well, I'm in the semifinals, so I'll let DeJa take this one.
Get away, DeJa.
We were pissed.
However, I think that the balance of being the first ones, because the premiere is always the most watched episode, is sort of like the scales were evened by that.
Who said that? So my
Twitter.
So my philosophy is this, okay? When you go back to a TV show, you go back to get booked, right? You go back to do the gigs. Promoters, sometimes they really don't book until maybe halfway through the season. So if you are just on 3 episodes, technically only 2 weeks, you're not really seen anymore. They're not fresh in your mind. So that's what was going in my mind of like, damn, we only have 2 weeks to really prove ourselves and to get booking. So that's why I was highly upset. But you're right. We had the best premiere since All Star Season 7, by the way. We had the highest rated. So, and they had winners, so.
Love that.
And luckily we have Irene the alien.
Love. We did get to see a preview for next week.
Girl.
So it looks like next week is less talent, more drama.
Yes.
Naysha!
I'm kidding!
No, you aren't.
It's a joke. It's a review.
Listen.
Wake
Hold
it
on.
up. Wake it
Hold
up.
on. Because YouTube is gonna eat
Say
me up,
their names.
and they're gonna try. And
Say
they're
their
gonna.
names.
I am. I'm gonna say all the names right now. No, listen. Georges is one of my favorite performers ever. No, I'm saying that's talent. I'm not saying there's. I'm saying that's talent. That's why I'm saying I'm joking, because Georges obviously is one of the best performers out there right now. Like, I'm making a joke. They're all great. They're fun to watch. Some are only fun to listen to, but it is.
Y'all know Naysha, right?
Listen.
It's so weird to see. It's so weird to see Mistress, because now she doesn't look like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
That-
it's crazy to see this version of Mistress on camera, because
That's not even a read.
Mama
because
Mia.
like
she
if
doesn't
you've
look like
seen
that
any of the
anymore.
press week photos, she's lost.
Mama,
like,
the Ozempic was Ozempic.
160 pounds or something like that.
Ozempic, wow.
Oh, we're literally. By the way, right now we are literally the same weight. No, I swear to God, I'm not just making that up. Which we're literally just. She was like, "Oh, I'm 100 pounds," and I was like, "Oh my God, so am I."
You're crazy.
On the moon, maybe.
Yes.
In the water, honey.
Damn, in the water, Batty. I used to like you 5 minutes
miss
ago.
you. Okay, wait. Looking at the bracket, looking at next week, is there a bracket that you would have rather been in other than being in
No.
this one?
Question.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Not at all. Because
Why? I would like to know why. Who the f- are you scared of in group 2 and 3?
Hey, no. It's not even.
I
Nicole
enjoy.
Page, Tina Burner. You must be scared of Tina Burner.
YouTube, come for her. Don't do it to
Right.
me.
What about
Go for her.
what about Acid Betty?
No,
Y'all are clowning Tina Burner. You tune in next week.
Oh,
First of all, Tina Burner
is no joke.
is no
yeah.
joke, actually.
It's no
So, so I don't have anyone that I'm like I didn't want to be in a bracket with as far as like a threat. I think that we gelled so well together, and we really were that sisterhood, along with being shady and making good TV. And I feel like if you were on a bracket with more of the
Mistress.
yes, and oh, you didn't want to say anybody else, and who else? And
Wait, you didn't want to be on a bracket? Are we throwing someone under the
no,
bus?
she was like she didn't want to be on bracket with Mistress, and
Nicole Page Brooks?
okay,
I'm just saying.
I
I'm
think
just
that's
kidding, I'm
about.
just kidding.
I don't know what was going on right there. Were we reading the girls or?
No.
No, if you love your mental health, competing with Mistress is not something you should do.
No, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. Sometimes you read and you say certain things and you go and it's like a volley back and forth and you know it's a good time, it's a Kiki. But sometimes Mistress says some
Sometimes
that I'm just like, Mama, I am born and raised in Chicago in Humboldt Park from the f***ing hood. And
so
if you're
was
gonna
Miss
talk
P.
to me like that,
yes,
because she really knows how to get under people's skin.
She does.
Oh, she
She
does.
really does. It's a talent. It's
is.
a f***ing talent.
We've talked about it, and she doesn't. She like admitted she was like, I don't believe there is a line. And
No.
I'm like, that's your problem.
There
There is a line.
I was on Work the World with her. Okay, months on end. She is wild, Mistress. I love you.
She's gonna get you on Mistress Mondays.
I know
bitch.
she
She is. She could
Yeah.
be standing outside talking to the Abuelita, honey.
Bitch, there's a reason
Her
why
little
she does this on Monday. She waits for all this to be done with, and then she's got a list. Listen, we enjoy you, and we'll see you here soon sometime. Mistress, the stunning, gorgeous, talented. I was trying to say two words at the same time.
The Twinkie.
I don't lie now. At least be honest. The very interesting.
Okay, enough. She will be here this month.
No,
she's
she'll be
coming
here
up.
at some point. She'll be here at some point. But we're gonna get into Untucked.
Yeah, let's
we're
get
gonna watch
into
some Untucked. It's gonna be a quick Untucked. Let's do that.
I hope it's good.
Because you just read our guests.
Fully.
Irene read herself to me in my ear. Thank you.
Is this bitch recorded?
And did.
We get to see you and your competitor, the B-ball ladies, talk with Kate Beckinsale. That was nice. How was she for y'all?
She was amazing. Honestly, I think one of my favorite guest judges that we had. I just love the fact that she had a mind of her own with everything. She was like, Michelle, yap it. This is what I think, And like, not everyone will give that back to Michelle. They're very intimidated. But she was like, hello, this is what I think. And they look like sis. Oh, also too, by the way, before we went out to the runway, they asked us, what is your family resemblance? Are you sisters? Are you mother-daughter? Are you cousins? So you could say anything you want. So you could even say a twin. So we were sisters, fraternal.
Yeah.
Kate also is a total hag. She
Yes.
she was telling us that she goes out all the time in the UK and is actually very close friends with Bag of Chips.
Oh, word!
Did you not hear the way she was talking? She's like, I took home my daughter. She gagged.
She gagged.
Yeah, she has pictures of a bunch of drag queens in her house. Like, she's fully in it to win it, honey.
I also had a question for Irene. They were talking about supporting the queens in the competition, and we just had Ariete on the season. Were you able to support them in getting ready for it, and were they able to do the same for you when getting ready for All Stars?
No comment.
Okay, we're not talking about that one.
Wow.
Would you like me to comment?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Next.
I want to comment so bad.
We'll find out.
But I'm not.
We won't. We'll find out on Twitter later.
We'll find. Yes. I will tweet about it.
Okay, then.
And I will tell you guys what I heard.
How about I ask, how was it walking in on the new main stage instead of the workroom for this entrance?
It was crazy because I didn't know that we were going to do that, so I had this incredible entrance line prepared, and then we walked out to the main stage, and I was like, damn, I better do all these reveals. And then Bob on her podcast was like, why did the outfit keep getting worse with every reveal?
You were ready to lip sync in case you had to.
I had to lip sync today! I was ready to do so!
Wait, Irene, I have a question. What was going to be the entrance line? Do it.
Okay, this time for real.
I love that.
And DeJa, how about you? Walking in, and did you have an entrance line as well?
Yeah, I did have an entrance line. Hold on. I think
She don't know it.
No, I think it was, okay, it was something along the lines of like, the sky's the limit, and this time I'm shooting for the stars. The all-stars. That's fierce.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's...
DeJa, you gooked us right now because she said, I don't know, it was something like, proceed to give you a paragraph.
But Naysha, what you missed.
You tried it, bitch. You knew exactly what you were going to take.
Yeah, girl.
What you missed on the other side of her was Irene saying the exact same thing.
DeJa was like, I don't know, it was something like, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
That is literally what she did right now.
Scripture, yeah. We actually all said our entrance lines when we first walked into the workroom. Bosco's was
They didn't
fucking
include him because of
everything.
Bosco's.
Bosco's was...
Can I get a Cavassier straight up?
With a tranny chaser.
Is that real?
but she didn't say the second part, Batty.
Oh, she didn't? Oh.
I can't.
Because she had a Cavassier.
So, for those of you who don't
Straight
know,
up.
Batty can say that word because she's a trans woman.
Not
So-
you outing a trans woman publicly.
Baby!
Protect the dog!
In this political climate.
You thought my words were outing her?
Oh, wow.
Are you calling her cocky?
This is what we came here for!
Get her ass.
Carrie, you better hold me back.
Because what I meant
This is
was...
what I
We're
want to
going back to the
see.
episode.
What I meant was...
We are
my
going back to the
God.
episode. Push play.
She says she's trans all the time.
This is what I want to see.
Push play.
World star. You make me feel
Mikey,
a spark
is that
in
the end
my
of it?
ear.
That's the end of it. All right, make some noise for this last bracket. Or this first bracket, I should say. I also love that Bosco basically changed into Kate Beckinsale.
I just-
She
Yeah.
literally went on the runway and was like, it's pandering.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it was very that. Okay, so I thought that was a great first bracket, yes?
Yes.
So I just want to make sure I understand. I was asking DeJa. They're going to pick one person from here? Is that how it
So
works?
each of the regular judges will select one queen that they think should come back in the competition.
From each bracket?
Nope.
Nope. Just
It
one
just doesn't
queen in
matter.
general.
Anybody who's been eliminated can be selected. And
Okay.
then all of those selected ones go into Bruno's raffle, and then they pull one out, and that person gets to come back for the finale.
For the finale.
They get
Got
to
it.
skip
All of
everything.
that work.
and lip sync for the crown for the $200,000.
So we will get a vote from T.S., Ross, Carson, maybe Law.
Michelle.
I think,
And Michelle.
I think it ended up just being Michelle, Ross, and Carson.
Okay.
Michelle, Ross, Carson.
like the main judges that are there the whole time.
Got it. So basically, producers. Okay, so really quick, we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye to the front room in the front because we're gonna have Q&A back here.
Wait, what?
VIP. Oh no, just production stuff because the filming and stuff.
Yes.
Perfect. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to the front room. If you'd like to join us for Q&A, please join us back here. YouTube, if you are not a VIP member, this is where we're gonna say goodbye because we're gonna get into some Q&A, some drama, some real good tea. So go ahead and join us in our VIP member section if you have not done so.
Bye, pores.
But right now,
For the non-VIP members, we're going to say
not the peasants.
goodbye.
It's a recession, people. Okay.
it's $2, girl. It's $2.
Tariffs.
These girls subscribe and stay here every week, so don't play with me.
No, actually, they don't subscribe. They're not VIP members.
I was giving.
Do I have any VIP members in the audience? There we go. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. You see, thank you so.
You flew here?
Oh, for being
Beyonce, wow.
You know what?
Go home. What is? Wait. What
just
is?
kidding.
What is your name? What is your name? Charlie.
Charlie's fake!
Charlie, hold on, Charlie. Thank you so much for coming.
We're-
Beyonce will never thank you for going.
Yeah.
Period.
But we will.
We love you,
know
Charlie.
your name, Charlie.
Thanks,
and we
Charlie.
love you, and we thank you for coming. Okay, let's say goodbye to our first guest. Give it up for Miss DeJa Skye.
Love you.
And let's keep that going for Irene, the alien.
Please keep that energy going for the one and only Miss Caramel Taville.
And keep that going for your favorite aunt and mine, Batty Davis.
And please keep that going for the loudmouth herself. Give it up for Naysha
Lopez.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye, YouTube.